Welcome back to another episode of Tractor Roy. My name is Trent, and as we start getting back into the swing of these projects, and haying season is kind of coming to a close, still got a couple to do, but as we're getting back into the swing of project season, this is kind of the first one I'm going to do. My Hesston 6550 has a 6665 head. The bearing right there went out, and it just would pop the chain off, so then the auger wouldn't spin. You kind of need that to work. I think when that chain popped off, it also popped off the chain for the reel, but the only bearing is in the end of the auger itself. I have it's on a swather I was using. Well, I tore the welds off the sickle drive on that, so that's down. So I kind of need to get this thing back up and running so I can finish the rest of the season out strong, or at least limping along. So here's a little better view of things. That sprocket is attached to the bearing inside the end of this auger, and you can see that chain is loose. I don't think I have to take the auger out. I think I can just take some of these plates off the end and kind of reach in there. You can see one of the screws on top. I'll probably have to try and rotate this whole thing. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But it should just be taking off, these 6 bolts. Maybe I can pull this. Maybe I have to pull off these 3 bolts too. But hopefully I can get in there, get that sprocket off, maybe pull it out the top, and then just reach in from right here to get those bearings out. Probably have to take off these chains while I'm in there too. But we'll see. It's kind of funny. Look at all the grass growing up there. I mean, I just used this thing a week ago. I mean, I didn't clean that off, but it's kind of funny that grass is growing so well right there. Okay, we'll start by zipping off these ones. Oh, I thought that was the right size. I'm glad you're helping me, but you're kind of in the way of the camera. Yeah.
Go back.
Oh, I probably should have supported that head, but I think it'll just drop and hold on to that chain, or hang on by that chain. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull these ones off too. Oh, I know what I need to do. I gotta take that, I don't know, that set screw. Okay, I got that set screw loosened up. So now I gotta get that collar off somehow. Oh, so that's gonna be fun. Oh, actually, that wasn't too bad. Nice. So, I don't know why there's a second one on there, but it's only got one. Oh! Well, that part wasn't so bad. Let's see what else I gotta get off of here. So, this is a bearing that goes bad, but this isn't the one in question. And this actually spins really smooth. It still spins smooth. You can feel grease in there. It's not crunchy. You can't, there's no play. That's pretty awesome, actually. Oh, uh-oh. Losing parts. There we go. I'm just going to stick some of these bolts in there that I think are going to be hard to get later. Yeah, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that bolt, or that bearing that I thought was going to be the issue isn't actually an issue. Okay, this is on the inside of the head. This is a terrible angle. I need to get my magnet mount. Could have stuck you on right here or something. So 7/8 nut comes off there, or loosens up there. That 9/16 loosens up, and then I'll be able to get that chain out. I was had to do a lot of these. Loosen that up so I can get the chain put back on so I can try and get a little farther down the field. So, loosen that up a smidge. Maybe. If I can get a good angle on it. Okay, that's the one that holds the center bearing of the pulley. And this one right here is the tension bolt. So the more you tighten this, it pulls up that pulley to tighten the chain that runs this auger. And you can tell there's a lot of pressure on it. Because before that bearing was really bad, you would only have to loosen it up maybe one turn, then you can spin it by hand. But this, that whole weight of the auger's on there, and I guess what I probably should have done is left that tight. That would have been way easier. There, now it's kind of backwards. The weight of that nut, that pulley, should be, or the weight of this should be held by that. So I can loosen this. Now I can loosen up the pulley. Yeah, all that weight's coming down now. My hope for doing that is I can get this chain off, so that way I can get this auger down farther. Oh, I hope I didn't break that shaft or something. Oh, that's almost what it feels like. I don't know where I need to, how far in here I need to get. So I'm just going to take off this sprocket too. Okay, there's that. I don't know what I'm looking at. Did it just loosen up a ton? Well, that'd be kind of stupid if that's all it was. What? What? That's all it was? Well, that's about the stupidest thing. That I think I've ever heard of. This bolt came loose. And that's what my problem was? I'm dumbfounded. Okay, I got that sprocket out. I don't know if I really needed to, but I want to see what's going on in here. Because I also had a piece of key stock fall. It goes right there. Ooh, that key stock is, or that slot's very worn. So, the guy that I got this from, oh, maybe that's just how it is. It's a tapered shaft. The guy that I bought this from, he's got another 66, 65 head that's in pieces. But, and it's kind of stripped. There's not a whole lot of good stuff left, but there might be just enough good stuff left for this. Ooh. Yep, there's my problem. A freaking 50-cent piece. Okay, so I was totally not showing the camera at the right spot. So here's the hub. This is tapered. Slides over top of that. On that hub, this big sprocket that drives the auger shaft was on it. The smaller one that drives the front reel that kind of pulls the grass up to get cut was on the end. Then that bearing that I took off first was right on the end of that. Oh, and this one's been welded on. So this bearing got spun at one point. I'm not that worried though. I don't cut a whole lot of hay. But the freaking problem. The problem was this bolt that holds this on was loose because of this, and this key shaft, or woodruff key, piece of key stock, flattened out. So a 50-cent part, roughly, is the whole reason why this auger went down. Oh, and I bet you my Baumgars, it's across the road from me, is closed. Closed 10 minutes ago. What luck. So I'm going to go track down one of these, probably tomorrow, and get this thing put back together and drive it the hour that it takes into town, because it's faster to drive it into town than it is to get the swather trailer from the guy I bought this from. So I'm going to throw some Loctite on this bolt, and then it's supposed to be a 1/4-inch key, but because of how much this is walled out, I'm going to see if I can get a 5/16 key to fit in there, take up some of the slop. Yeah, the guy I got this from, he has a 66, 65 head. It's missing some pieces, but I think the auger is still there. So if that's the case, I might see if I can rob whatever this is attached to, and maybe this hub off of it. This hub isn't quite as bad as this, but that's the hope. Because this will work, and I bet you it'll work through the rest of the year for me. But I don't know how long it'll work. It could last a couple of years, or it could stop next year. Okay, what am I hitting? Oh, that's why. So, well, that 5/16 won't work. So I'm just gonna have to do what I can with the 1/4-inch and make sure that it'll that bolt stays tight, won't back out. I kind of was expecting it. I didn't think it was going to be, a 1/16 of an inch all around. So we'll see if we can just get this started. Maybe run it down first, suck this hub on, and then I'll take it off and Loctite it. I don't know if I can get my impact in there with the... I don't know. I think that's Pitman arm. I think we're going to have to try it. Oh, yes. Now we can zip her on. It's headed in the right direction. Okay, I lost you there for a second. I cleaned up the threads on there. It's retapped to 9/16, and I stuck a slightly bigger bolt in there. Still fine thread, and it seems like it's going to work, and I Loctited that too. So now I'm going to throw these sprockets back on, get them tightened up, and then I'll probably bring you back to start working on getting this bearing plate in, I think. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Tractor Roy. Hopefully we got this Hesston swather all fixed up and ready to finish out the rest of this hay season. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button now so you can keep track of this and all the other projects we got going on. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Throw a comment down below if there's something on this machine you want to see or any of the other machines that we got going on. As always, thanks for watching Tractor Roy. Hope I'll catch you on the next one.